And if you can feel it right now, something stirring in your soul, just that little something, you can't even describe it, then you're still in the game. It ain't over yet. It's never too late. At 20, at 40, at 55, at 75, at 88, it ain't ever too late to press reset and fall madly in love with the life that you've been given. And then you'll look up and your life is barely. Then you look up and your life is barely recognizable.
You write the story of your life. No one can write your financial story. No one can write your spiritual story. No one can write your emotional story but you. The pen has always been in your hand. The pen has always been in your hand. I say write a story that's going to be damn good to read. And when you do that, you will have to reprogram the fibers of your being. You will have to become someone you've never been before. You want to go somewhere you've never gone? You got to do something you've never done. You got to say something you've never said. You got to go to a place in you that you've never even been. You get to redesign. You are your Michelangelo. You are your greatest sculpture. And you get to recarve and you get to up-level as much as you need. You're not sentenced to this life this way. You chose it.
And I don't know if this is going to sound crazy. I was willing to completely die to any form of me that I had been so that I can birth the woman that I was becoming. Are you willing to reinvent yourself? Are you willing? Are you willing to become someone you've never seen before? Are you willing to run, leap, and soar, even at the possibility that you might fall? Are you willing? Are you willing to do something you've never done before, say something you've never said before, do the things you don't want to do, say the things you don't want to say, so that you can be the man, the woman you've always known yourself to be? So some of you are still asking for permission. And sometimes you have to stop asking for permission, and it's just time to give the world notice.
Like, I was hungry. People often want to call me the exception. Like, oh my God, you're the exception. No, I'm not the exception. I'm an average, ordinary woman who chose every day to make one more extraordinary decision. I'm an average, ordinary mom who said, I want to drastically transform my son's future. That he deserves to have every option that every other child would have, irregardless of what he was born into. I just was crazy enough to believe that.
See, I was sitting on that couch in 1995, and I didn't say, I want to be awesome. That didn't come out first. What came out was, this is not who I am. I am more than this.
Most people sign up for the goal, and this is my new awareness. They sign up for the goal, and you focus on the goal, and you get really, really committed to the goal, and then you got to go through something to get to the goal, and then you sit the goal down. I'm going to invite you, don't sign up for the goal, sign up for the inconvenience it's going to cost you. Sign up for that. Sign up. I sign up every day to the inconvenience. The goal looks sexy. The inconvenience looks costly. But if you sign up for the inconvenience, then the goal will take care of itself. Every day say yes to whatever it takes, no matter what. I will and I'll try. I'll try says I'll make a feeble attempt. I will is absolute, non-negotiable, no matter what. There's a certain energy that goes forth when you say I'll try, and there's a different energy that goes forth when you say I will. When you make the declaration of I will, that says mountain, if you are there, you must move.
And so you have the ability. You have the ability to modify, up-level, tweak, or eliminate anything in your life that's not working for you.
You're going to have to say some things you never said and do some things you've never done so you can meet the man, the woman you've always known yourself to be. Because when you don't trust yourself, you listen to everyone else's, what should I do? What do you think I should? What do you think? Because you're not trusting you.
And it wasn't that I would trust me, Lisa, and this is so important. It wasn't that I trusted that I would always make the right decision. I began to trust my get up muscle when I screwed up. I saw that every time I failed, every time I totally screwed it up, every time I made the worst decision ever, every time I face planted, every time I got up. Sometimes I sprung up, sometimes I staggered up. Sometimes I had to sit for a minute and catch my breath, but every time I got up. And when people ask me, how did you change your life? I said, I didn't change my life first. I changed my mindset first. And when my mindset changed, when your mindset changes, your life has to follow. Get this. When your mindset changes, your life has to follow. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? How big would you play if you knew that you can survive any heartbreak, any breakdown, any betrayal? What would you do if the things that you were afraid of you knew were absolutely nothing? They were all opportunities for you to get stronger in your faith, stronger in your resiliency. What would you do? Who would you love? How big would you play? Where would you lead? I'm sorry. Did you think your breathtaking life would come on a merry-go-round? Did you think you're going to do the swings and get there? You're going to sweat. So get up, ready to sweat. And waking up each morning and saying, I like me today. I got many things I can work on, but I like me today. Before you ever go out on Facebook or any other social media platform to check to see if anyone else like you, your job is to like you first. Realize that you got 1,000 times to figure out how to get it right. Life is about practicing and replaying and practicing and replaying. Life is not about perfection. The moment you pursue perfection versus progress, you suck all the joy out of your moments. You suck all the joy out of a win. Be willing to speak even when your voice shakes. Say it even while your knees are knocking. Say it anyway. Don't wait to get it perfect to say it. Say it while your knees are knocking. Are you willing to design a future for yourself that demonstrates that you love you madly? Are you willing to press reset and give yourself 1,000 second chances? And every time you get to 999, you press reset again and you get 1,000 more. Because that's self-love. You are the designer of your destiny, and you are the author of your autobiography. And no one can write your story but you. Life isn't happening to you. You're co-creating. You are the main character. You wrote the screenplay. This is your life. And how you look at it and the lenses that you look at your life through has everything to do with how much you enjoy it or not.
Then I said,